Hi, my name is Roxana Cardos. I'm a business psychologist working as an ADHD entrepreneur coach. And because part of your ADHD treatment is knowing about your brain, I'm here to give you your weekly dosage of ADHD knowledge. Okay, let's begin by understanding what is ADHD. And the first thing that I would like to say is that the scientists themselves, they can't agree on a working definition. So you're going to see many different ways the attention deficit disorder being described. And also, what's very interesting is that throughout the years, they discover more and more. And although they started describing it as a deficit, they're discovering more and more that it's actually not necessarily a deficit, and they're working on changing the names. I think it's going to be a while until they're going to change the names. But let me give you my favorite definition. And this is the one that I've learned at the ADHD school in New York. This is one of the main accredited bodies that can accredit you to be an ADHD coach. And it goes like this. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder is a unique brain wiring which requires engaged interest with a clear, purposeful intention in order to activate and access attention so an individual can manage the brain's executive functioning. What does it actually mean? It refers to the fact that the ADHD brain has an interest-based neurosystem. It means that it lights up whenever you are doing something that interests you, and if it's not interesting, if the task that you're doing is not interesting, you're probably not going to be engaged, and you can get into a lot of trouble, and you've probably been there already. I don't need to tell you about that. So one of the main things that you could go about this, and what I teach in my coaching sessions as well, and with my mentees, is really getting a clear understanding of who you are, particularly in what interests you. And the best way to do that is really knowing your strengths. Strengths are things that energize you, you do them often, and you're good at them. But it's also about discovering unrealized strengths. These are things that you are good at. They energize you every time that you're doing them, but you don't do them as often. And it could be that you're a beginner in this behavior, but by you developing your capability, you're going to be able to make it a realized strength, as I like to call it. And the reason why this is important is that whenever you need to finish a task, maybe that you don't like, you can make a sandwich of the activities that you're going to put together. So, for example, in my case, writing. I'm also dyslexic, so it's quite challenging for me to write. But it really energizes me, like to have a mission. It energizes me to influence people. It energizes me to make a difference in this world. So by thinking of my writing as just a tool for me to be able to influence other people and get my message out there, I'm writing without a problem. And it doesn't drain me at the end of the day. It actually energizes me because it just confirms to me that I'm doing what I want to do. I'm making a difference in this world. So I would recommend for you to start taking a deeper dive in understanding what are your strengths. I'm going to leave a link below of a free profile for Strengths Profile. It's a company that is very dear to my heart, and I collaborate with them all the time. Obviously, there's other providers as well, so feel free to choose your own provider. But I'm going to leave a link for you below so you can start having a deeper dive in finding what your strengths are, and then in the future videos I'm going to be explaining to you how can you put them in action in order for you to craft something that is going to energize you and is going to get you in focus, right? Because that's one of the challenges that we have ADHDers. We lose focus. See you later.